Hello everybody and welcome back on my channel. Today we're going to do a German check account review, mainly for these three banks, and right at the beginning I will tell you why I'm not comparing them to those two anymore. So first off, let's start with number of local branches. Obviously those two banks are famous for having a big number of local branches, namely 15,000 and 10,500 in Germany alone. So that's why you will see them on every street basically, and you don't really often see the logos of those three companies, of those three banks. That's because they don't really have, in these cases, they really don't have any local branches. So first you could say, but local branches are good. Yeah? What bad could there be to Sparkasse and the Volksbanken Raiffeisenbanken? That's the check account fee. Since a few months, or it depends on which local branch you visit of Sparkasse and the Volksbanken, they introduced check account fees. So you're basically paying them to give them your money. That's exactly what it is. This check account fee is implemented in different ways, and there are still some exceptions to it. So for example, when you are a student, you might not have to pay anything, and depending on the region you have to pay different kind of prices. That's why I always gave ranges here. But it's become normal with those two banks that you have to pay a check account fee. And I think that's unnecessary, especially for the service they offer, except for local branches. I can already tell you, if you really want to rely on local branches, if you really want to talk to people locally in person, then those three banks will be nothing for you because they don't have local branches. I will link you all these web pages. Keep in mind they are translated with Google Translate here, down below in the video description. And you can basically tell already from the website of the Sparkasse München. There's a €8.20 check account fee per month, just as an example. It might be different with the Sparkasse Stuttgart, for example, or Hamburg or whatever, but generally they tend to have check account fees now. Same for the Volksbanken and Raiffeisenbanken. I also visited the Munich website here. They don't really have a check account fee, to be honest, but then they charge for debit cards and so on. Okay, let's get back to the table, and we will be going through line by line. So just to let you know, that's why they out of comparison. So we only compare DKB, ING and number 26 in this video. Of course, they don't have a check account fee. That's why they're even in here. Coming back to this point quickly, DKB doesn't really have local branches. They have something similar. It's not really a branch. It's not a place where you can talk to someone, but they have ATM there, and you can hand in paperwork there. So it's really not comparable to a branch, but they have some. But it's only 16 in Germany, and nearly all of them are in the eastern part of Germany. I can quickly show you on this website over here that says where they are located, so Berlin, Chemnitz, Cottbus and so on. But it's not a normal branch, definitely not. So you cannot talk to anyone there. There's just some certain services they still offer you there. So then we did check account fee, then interest on deposits. Sadly, DKB had to lower the interests on your deposits. I think they lowered it for the 1st of January 2020. Before they were a little bit higher. They're still there now, that's why it's only orange and not red, but yeah, it's basically nothing, 0.01%. And ING and number 26 don't even go that far anymore. But that's going to be the same for any Sparkasse or Volksbanken, Raiffeisenbanken. I cannot imagine that they have any interests on deposits. What they might actually have is a negative interest on deposit as soon as you have a certain kind of amount with their bank. Moving on to ATM Card, also called EC-Karte in Germany, or Girokarte or Maestro-Karte from Mastercard. What DKB offers is a free Repay Card from Visa. It's basically like a Maestro card, just from Visa and not from Mastercard. The only negative point to that would be that the the Repay Card, we call it Repay Card, is only for Europe only, whereas the Maestro Girocard could technically be used worldwide, but you still don't really want to do it because there would be a lot of fees to it, but you would technically be able to. But we will see that later. So then, for the ING, they have the Maestro Girocard. Basically, I just told you everything about that now. And then number 26, they also have a Maestro card, but it's not a Giro card. It looks like a credit card actually, but there's no Mastercard sign, but instead there's a Maestro card sign on it. So the negative point about that is, because it's no EC or Giro card, you cannot do any withdrawals with this card, whereas with those two you can. We will come to that later. It's only usable so it's only usable in shops to pay something, and these shops have to have the Maestro logo. So the Giro card logo or the EC logo you will often see is not enough for this card, and it's also just up on request, but then it's free, so I wouldn't really mind that. But yeah, and you might only be able to use this card in Germany, Austria and the Netherlands, but as we will see later, for all foreign things basically, also for foreign European things, you will be using the specific credit cards, also given out for free by these three banks, and we will get to that now. So DKB offers a free Visa credit card, and in this case it's really a credit card. There's a difference between credit card and credit debit card. As you see here, DKB is the only real credit card, whereas ING and number 26 offer Visa or Mastercard debit credit cards. So how is that important? The credit card from DKB is basically the way to go if you rent a car with Avis or Budget or whatever rental agency quite frequently, because they might not support debit credit cards for the amount for the security you have to deposit. They will not accept, or might not accept at least, debit credit cards, but however they will accept the DKB Visa credit card. So that's an important point. And also another point about credit card is that it will deduct the amount you used last month once per month from your checking account. Whereas ING and number 26, it basically does it 2 or 3 days later for every transaction. So you don't really have any credit. It's just that the credit card is just for the reason that you can use it basically everywhere. And keep in mind, those two debit credit cards might not be accepted by especially rental car agencies. Then, moving on to money withdrawal, domestic. So I already sorted domestic, EU and Euro withdrawal, and international non-Euro withdrawal. So you will start off with domestic, so in Germany, in euros. For the DKB, you always have to minimum withdraw 50 euros at a time. Then it's free and anywhere. And there's also a service called Cash im Shop. So Cash in Shop basically would be you go to a retailer, and then at the counter you can say, hey, I just don't only want to pay my groceries, but please also give me 100 euros. And that's possible with this card. And also in this case it has to be at least 50 euros and maximum 300 euros per day. And then it's free. So I think this 50 euro number is really important. It's also important for ING. There's also always minimum 50 euro at a time to make it free. Yeah, you can also withdraw like 30 euros at a time, but then it's not free. That's why that's important. However, here you can use the ING ATMs, and there are 1,200 ING ATMs, and that's quite a lot. I will already show you the map. So I just went on Google Maps and said, hey, show me ING ATMs in Frankfurt, for example. So there's even one here at the airport. And as you can see, they are pretty all over the place. It's at least for bigger cities. And as I said, 1,200 in the whole of Germany. Then it's free with the Maestro Giro card. So it's not free with the credit card, but with the Maestro Giro card. Keep that in mind. And with the Visa card, you can use, with the Visa credit card, this one, you can use third-party ATMs with the Visa logo, and then it's free. But always 50 euros at a time. Yeah, as we also said for DKB. Then moving on to number 26. Again, they're a little bit different. There you are allowed to do 3 to 5, depending on your age. It's a little bit complicated. Withdrawals per month on third-party ATMs, basically. Yeah, because they don't own any own ATMs. The same with, yeah, not really the same with DKB. They have like a handful. Then, but unlimited withdrawals with Cash 26. Cash 26 is very similar to Cash im Shop from DKB. So you can go to a grocery shop, and when you're paying your groceries at the counter, you can also say, hey, please give me some additional money, and then they will directly deduct that from your account. Sorry. That needs to be done with the Mastercard. So don't use the upon request free Mastercard for that. That's not going to work. But however, as you can see, for handling money withdrawals domestically, ING would technically be the best option, DKB second place, and number 26. Yeah, it's 3 to 5. I don't think anyone will often need more than 3 to 5 withdrawals per month. But yeah, just to let you know. Then, moving on to money withdrawal in the EU and in euros. DKB. Again, minimum 50 euros at a time with the Visa credit card, this one. Then it's free. Very similar to for ING, minimum 50 euros at a time with Visa card on ATMs with Visa logo, but they should basically, I think every ATM nearly should have the Visa logo. Then it's free. Number 26, again a little bit different, just unlimited and free. Yeah, actually it's better for to withdraw money in the EU, in the EU outside of Germany than inside of Germany. It's way easier, and yeah, okay. So that's here, the number 26 is the winner. Then moving on to money withdrawal international non-euro or non-euro basically. For example, Switzerland, they have the Swiss franc, so it would also count. So Switzerland would also fall into this category. Starting off with DKB, money withdrawal international, minimum 50 euro or equivalent of course, if we are talking about non-euro, it makes sense. Free as active customer. Okay, now we need to talk about active customer DKB. They have a little bit complicated system. I will show you. It's also, again, Google translated. I think there should be something about the active customers. Yeah, no, it's basically here, yeah. They are distinguishing between active customers and normal customers. So what does actually active customer do, or how are they different? The active customer is, okay, so let's start off differently. For the first year, every new customer is an active customer for DKB. So for the first year you don't have to worry about that. For the second year, however, you should have a monthly receipt of at least 700 euros on your DKB account. Then you are counted as active customer, and then you will be granted the following perks we will also get to. Yeah, so generally speaking, DKB, it's important to use it as an active customer, so you have at least a money inflow of 700 euros per month. I guess they don't care what you do with this money afterwards, so it doesn't have to stay there, of course, but they basically want you to use it as your main check account. Minimum 50 euro with Visa card, then it's free. Yeah. Otherwise, if you are not an active customer, money withdrawal internationally non-euro will cost you 1.7% for foreign exchange currency charge when withdrawing. Getting to ING, they charge you those exact 1.75% foreign currency charge, just like DKB would do if you were not an active customer. But I think it's not so hard to stay an active customer for DKB. So, however, ING does not offer free money withdrawals in non-euro countries. For number 26, and sorry, I forgot to say, possibly with ING there's also a third-party ATM fee. That's what they say on their website. I will link you their website down below. I don't really know what more to say about that. Then number 26, also 1.75%, 1.7, right? That's not a typo, I just got that wrong. 1.7% foreign currency charge when withdrawing. So basically it's very similar to ING, just a little bit less. And to me, reading their website, it seemed a little bit more certain that you can use any international ATM with number 26, but that's just from how I see it from their website. Then, moving on to money deposit, of course, domestic. To start off, I don't really know if it's anyhow possible to do a money deposit internationally, but I think that's not a typical use case either anyway. So starting off, money deposit domestic with DKB, free at DKB ATMs with the Repay Card. So not the credit card, but this lovely card over here. And also again, you can use this service cash in the shop or cash im Shop on German. 50 to 999 euros per day money deposit with cash in shop. And DKB ATMs, they are not much, but at all of those 16 branches they have such an ATM, and again those branches can be found here. Sorry. Continuing with ING, there you have the great perk of free at ING ATMs, so all of those ones, yeah, those 1,200, so that's really good, yeah, because there are many, and then it's free, and you don't have to have a minimum and so on, with the Master Gyro card, so this one, also not the credit card. Then for number 26, again a little bit different, but also similar to DKB, only possible via Cash 26, so this service, yeah, where you're using the retailers. Minimum 50 euro per time and maximum 100 euros are free per month. So there's so you have to deposit 50 euros and your free maximum per month is 100. So yeah, otherwise 1.5% fee. I think, yeah, if you once have to do this, or if you don't have to do this on a regular basis, then it's fine, but otherwise for money deposits, ING would be the best option, definitely. Then, next point, this is, I guess, really important, that's foreign exchange fees. So when you're not withdrawing money at the foreign ATM, but you are, I don't know, you went to the gas station and you want to pay your gas, DKB does not charge you any foreign exchange fee, yeah, not as active customer again. Otherwise, it's 1.7%, yeah. So really important. If you want to choose DKB, make sure you are the active customer in the second year. But this is really good. Then ING, again, they even have foreign exchange fees. So nothing paid in non-euros is free. So even no matter if you are withdrawing money or if you are just paying something in the US or in any non-euro country, you always are charged with a 1.75% fee. Number 26 doesn't have any foreign exchange fees, so it's basically just like DKB, except if you are not a DKB active customer, then you would be charged 1.7% here. However, you would not be charged anything with number 26. Yeah. So then online banking, they all have it. Yeah. I will not judge on which website I prefer. It's everyone's own taste. Then they all offer an app, and for some people it might also be important, they all cooperate with Apple Pay and Google Pay. So let's give it a summary. DKB, what's good, what's bad? DKB offers a free Visa credit card with their check account. Yeah, we talked about that for long over here. They are perfect for abroad because they don't have a foreign exchange fee when you're an active customer, and you even have free withdrawals internationally, whereas with those two they don't offer that. And don't forget, when you're often abroad, it's likely that you have to pay, that you have to take a rental vehicle at some point. Then again, also the credit card is important. So all following up to this point, perfect for abroad. But as I said, it's important to stay active customer, because many of the perks are not for non-active customers. If you're a non-active customer with the DKB, it might be better to choose one of those banks. Summing up, ING, Visa debit card, yeah, contrary to the credit card, direct bank with the most own infrastructure. As I said, 1,200 own ING ATMs, very good to do the withdrawals and deposits. That's why I'm saying the best for dealing with cash domestically. Yeah, really, it's of course actually you can say best for dealing with cash. Yeah, not the best for abroad, because they charge a 1.7% foreign currency charge when withdrawing. That's not so bad necessarily, but you have this 1.75% foreign exchange fee, and that's the biggest con for me to this bank. Coming to number 26, again they have the Mastercard debit card, so also just like ING basically, just not a Visa card but a Mastercard. They have no own infrastructure, whereas of course, as I said, ING, they have their own ATMs, DKB, they have some branches. Number 26 doesn't have any own infrastructure. I mean physical, of course. It's not the best for dealing with lots of cash, yeah, because you have this 3 to 5, and especially this point, if you want to make money deposits, then you have to be in this sweet spot between 50 and 100 euros per month. That's why I'm saying that, and it's good for abroad, especially for card payments. So card payments means if you're paying gas, if you're paying groceries with your card, it's not about money withdrawals, because they are also charged 1.7% foreign currency charge. I think that's not too bad if you're handling most of your expenses in your holiday abroad paying by card and not by cash, then it's fine. Otherwise, if you really want to use a lot, or if you have to use cash abroad, then number 26 is also not the best option. I would recommend the DKB in that case. So again, just a few words. Very good if active customer. If you're not eligible for active customer, or if you don't want to have it as your first account and therefore have a monthly inflow of 700 euros, then I guess number 26 would be your best option. And if you're dealing with a lot of cash, no matter if it's withdrawing or depositing domestically, yeah, not internationally, then ING is your best option. This is basically it. I will make this document available as a PDF file down below. I hope you learned something from that, and if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. I will try to do my best and answering them. Yeah, one more thing. I will also offer referral link for opening an account with number 26. Feel free to use it and to support me and my channel. And that's about it. Yeah. Remember, just be lekker. Have a nice evening.